Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for watching. Back with a little bit of a training update. This is a midweek session for me, which usually contains some lighter squats. But I had to make up some bench press from earlier in the week because I had a small pec strain that I had to wait to heal. That's feeling a lot better now, so I went ahead with my regular bench work. We've been employing some heavier singles on squat and bench. Because we dropped the frequency down and the intensity down a little bit. So it's kind of just to make the transition back to normal training a little bit easier once I finish moving. So working up to some singles at 560 on squats today. This is my second of 3 squat sessions. Usually I have a higher repetition session earlier in the week. This is kind of an easier break in between the 2 heavy sessions, and then later in the week I have some heavier sets of, let's say, under 5 reps. I'm pulling once per week right now, but things felt really good. I haven't been handling anything super heavy, but I feel very strong on squats, very strong on bench, and deadlifts taking a little while to come back. I imagine once we bring the pulling frequency back up to twice per week, things will feel a lot better there. So bench press feeling pretty darn good, and I think one of the problems has been that I've been going to a lot of commercial gyms and the benches are just on average low to the ground, so I really can't get the type of arch and hip extension that I'm used to. So that puts a lot more strain on the pecs, and my pressing groove is a little bit different than usual, but as it stands, things are feeling pretty good. On squats, 585 to 600 feels like a very normal load that I don't really have to think much of. And on bench press, 405 to 420 kind of feels somewhere in that same range. So that's what's going on the training side of things. In terms of technique type stuff on the bench press, I found that a slight wrist bend feels pretty darn good, and then focusing on a controlled descent. So if you wanted to think of it in terms of tempo, I guess it's somewhere around a 2-count tempo on the way down, especially as the load gets heavier, and then a short pause, of course, and pressing up as fast as you can. But I think for the squat and for the bench press, controlling the descent really sets you up well to make sure that you can press up consistently and obviously strong. So it's a matter of creating some mechanical tension there so you can put the barbell in the same place, and also making sure that you don't lose tightness. So I'm working my way up in 25-pound increments on each side, up to a top set of 420, which felt darn good yesterday. I probably put it at somewhere around an RPE 7 or so, which is a good sign considering we've got nationals, which is sneaking up in not too long. Definitely trying to do all my accessories and still implementing a 10-minute walk post-training to increase overall recovery. So that's what's going on the training side. If you guys have any questions or any topics that you'd like me to cover specifically, I'd be happy to bring those up, either in regards to programming in general, technique, sports psych type stuff, and of course my own training as well. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'll let the footage play out a bit and enjoy your weekend.
Get the fucking on the